Hi everyone, Alex here. Today we're going to be looking at N64 emulation on the AYN Odin Pro. It took me a while to get to this one, basically because I knew it would run well, but it's actually been quite interesting to get into. What we're going to be looking at is an emulator called M64Plus FZ. I have the Pro version, which cost me about £3.50 on the Google Play Store. There is a free version, and you will have to watch ads. So every time you press one of these games, you'll have to watch like a 10-second ad before you can press continue. It gets kind of frustrating, especially when you want to test lots of games, and for the purpose of the video, it's better if I just crack on with it. And I have been testing a bunch of games, and the point of this video is mostly to show how you can play these games at a 1080 resolution with a widescreen. Well, it's not a patch, it's just we'll dig into this a little bit. I actually want to have a look at the settings here because there has been a lot of configuration gone into this. So let's start off with the display, where I have 1440 by 1080p, 100% zoom. Now there's a few games, and mostly rare games, so like Banjo Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, where it's actually ideal to zoom in just a little bit so the screen just fills out a little bit. Most games don't need it, but I found with a few rare games you need to zoom in to like 105, 110%. No screen scaling, and I think that's about it for that. Now it's profiles we want to be looking at. I made a profile called widescreen, and I'll go to manage profiles. These all come with the emulator. You can pick one of these or create your own. So I created my own. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I created my own. Let's go to edit, and the most important thing is to pick Glide N64 Beta. See, with the beta, you can scroll down to this option down here, widescreen hack. And as long as you have this profile, any game you choose should have a widescreen hack, and you don't have to mess around. I remember somebody made a YouTube video on this, but they said you had to pick the Rice plugin and then stretch the screen, and that wasn't true widescreen. And that actually led me to think that you should be playing games on RetroArch. And now I think this emulator is the best way to play. And one of the reasons this is the best way to play is controller profiles for each game. It's very easy on here to do this. So I've been making controller profiles for just different games, Rogue Squadron, Turok 2, so I can make them like twin stick shooters, or just put the buttons in nicer, more convenient places. Castlevania was really handy for that, so I could put like jump, whip, sub items, attack, lock on the R trigger, things like that. I won't go too into those of each game because everybody has a preference with like mapping controls. You know, that's up to you. And I think that's basically the gist of it. So let's crack on and get a game running. What was one of the first? Let's have a look at Banjo Kazooie. Yeah, let's have a look at this for a second, because this is the only game I've seen this. If you go to settings and cheats, you'll see 60 FPS, and you can turn that on and it will run at 60 FPS. But I haven't really noticed it being very smooth in this widescreen. If you picked a different plugin, like the Rice plugin, it won't be true widescreen, but it will look very smooth. I actually showed that a little bit in my very first video on the AYN Odin Pro, which was sort of like a mini review. And so, and another cool thing, like you can make save states, but every time you stop, you can just press resume, and it will play exactly where you left off. It's pretty smooth. Maybe it is 60. I didn't really test this out properly. One of the downsides to some of the widescreen games on, I think even on RetroArch as well, is you will get these effects on the side. Actually, I think that's only some games. I've seen Zelda be pretty smooth with a widescreen. Also, let me just show you, because this is a video game by Rare. If I go down to settings, I've got the zoom at 110%. Otherwise, there's a black border all the way around and it doesn't look very nice. So... Oh, and whenever I map my controls... So Banjo Kazooie is... I have a standard control setup for the Odin, which is like move, C-stick, start, A, B, and then you got, what did I set it as? It's L, R, Z, and I also put R here as well, because like if you're playing Goldeneye, it feels better to aim with that and shoot there, for example. But also because, you know, a lot of games back in the day, everything was inverse for some reason. I've got a controller profile in this game which swaps left and right stick. So when I press left, it turns left. When I press right, it goes right. Much nicer to control the camera. And then every profile I'm using, I have turned this button to be fast forward. That's been really handy for testing some things out. Really handy for any type of game. You never really accidentally press it, or at least I don't. So you can just like, wee, fast forward and cut out some of the crap you don't want to have to deal with. But yeah, that runs pretty nice. I mean, all the N64 games run nice, but having them set up nicely is a different matter. And I remember when I started this emulator, what did I do? I don't know. I can't think. Right, next. Actually, I was getting confused because I want to show you this. RetroArch. So, I'm going to load an N64 game like Zelda. We'll just start that up. And I will load a save. And so all the buttons are already mapped out when you use Simulator. But you'll notice that if you try and press Z, which is mapped to this button, doesn't work. Same with up C as well. Wait, that works? Why does that work now? Alright, but Z doesn't work. But I think I have Z mapped somewhere else. I don't know. Actually, I'm really surprised that up C works, because it never, like, the right stick up function never worked. But right trigger's not working. So I can't do any lock-ons. But then, I don't know why this is the case. I figured out, if you go to your settings, Odin settings, and go down to ABYX mode, pick Odin, close. I'm going to go back to that because I want to change it back. RetroArch, then game. Oh, I have to press this button now. I got so used to pressing this button. Load a save state. Now, the right trigger is going to work. I guess that when it comes to like the input numbers, whatever this is for Odin is different for Xbox button layout. I don't know why. There's nothing different about this one, but this is how you'd play it in RetroArch. Yeah, this runs really great. So if you want to play in RetroArch with this emulator, set your profile to Xbox and all this will work. But I was getting a bit frustrated about mapping buttons and things. What's my fast forward? Is it this? Oh yeah, because L2 is like a C button modifier, and I kept having like little problems mapping buttons in this. Now I'm going to show you the same game in M64. Just going to put this back to Odin. And oh, it's not in my recent. I'll have to go down. So I haven't got like every game on the N64. I don't like to have every game. I have a selection of games I think I'll like. So this is exactly the same place on the M64 emulator, except and it runs exactly the same. Unfortunately, no 60 FPS patch. I think if anybody tried, the game would just run at 2 times speed. Also have my fast forward button. I also set Z to L trigger as well, because I just kind of like both doing it for some reason. And in RetroArch, I don't think you can set 2 buttons to have the same input. 2 inputs to the same button, rather. Whereas in this you can, which is really nice. And that runs nice too. I would play this further, but it would take too long to get anywhere significant. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about that. I'm going to run out of things to say soon. I can actually talk a little bit. So there was an update recently for the Odin, and it includes the dual boot, or the feature to have dual booting. Let me start another game and we'll talk about it. But Yoshi looks really nice in this. So yeah, the Odin Pro can now dual boot, but that doesn't mean to say that it's like there and ready to use. So basically they've given you the feature to dual boot, but somebody has to figure it out. So I don't know how to do it, so I'm waiting to see if anybody's going to figure out how to set up Windows and have Android as well. So unfortunately, I won't be able to test that for I don't know how long. I like the way this game really does properly stretch around the edges. It feels like a proper thing. Oh, go away. Can I hit you? Oh, you want me to press the button, don't you? So yeah, I don't know when dual boot's going to happen. Unless you give something a special try. Screw you. I don't have time for this. I'm just going to run backwards. But then, okay, so no dual booting, but AYN just started up pre-orders for the Loki today, and oh man, I've had a terrible time. Let's have a look at Doom. I can shoot things and tell you about it. Doom looks pretty good. So the pre-orders for me, they started at 2 AM. Oh yeah, so with Doom, I've set it up to play as a twin-stick shooter, which is kind of nice. I'm going to have to remember all the buttons now. What is it? I've got weapon back, weapon forward, and then that's shoot. That's map. I don't remember all the buttons. Oh my god, playing this on the capture is a bit laggier than I'd like. Oh! I think this game had a cheat to up the brightness, because it's a very dark game. This is why it's as bright as it actually is. So if you want the mood and how it originally was, just don't put that cheat on. The widescreen's a bit glitchy here and there, but yeah, so the pre-orders started at 9 AM Eastern, which was 2 AM for me, and I was there and I had the page ready, and but it wasn't working. And then about 10 minutes later, someone said, oh, if you try this page, you can definitely order it, and it worked. So there was like a page of all 5 of the Lokis there, and I ordered a max. I want to get the best one. And I heard there was a coupon. You know, you have like $100 off if you've already like backed the Odin before. It's like, yes, I have. But I was only under the impression that when you go to your shopping cart that you have to leave your like contributor ID and your email for when you backed, and that wasn't the case. I found out after I ordered that they actually, on the page of the item itself, they had a code that you put in. So I didn't even see the code. So I was like, oh my god, now I've just paid full price for the thing. So I sent them an email, and hopefully they will apply that coupon and refund me some money or something. But yeah, I've got it ordered, so hopefully at the end of the year, if it's when it comes out, I'll have a black Loki, and it'll be the best one, and it's Windows, so apparently this thing is just going to emulate whatever you like, really. And I'm pretty excited by it. It's the same form factor as the Odin, so it looks very similar. It's probably going to be a little chunkier, which is fine, I don't mind that. But I don't want... Like, the Steam Deck is awesome, and I'm really glad the Steam Deck has happened, but it's a big thing. And I don't care if it's comfy, it's so big, and I don't like the screen. I've always said I don't like the screen. I'd much rather have this. I think this is a beautiful screen, which is, the Loki is basically this, which is fantastic. This is really fun to play, by the way. This is, like, the way the controls work. So I have move and strafe on the left stick, and then turn on the right stick, and it works really good. So yeah, got my Loki pre-ordered. It's very stressful trying to be around for those pre-orders. The Steam Deck was horrible. Alright, that's enough of Doom. Yes. So we looked at Banjo, Zelda, Doom, Yoshi. Let's have a look at Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong looks really nice in this. And I set the buttons so that I can drive the right trigger, skid with the left trigger. I think A is use items, and B is this button's brake. Let's go do a different track. When I last tested this, I couldn't remember the buttons. I can't. The really annoying thing with the N64 is I can't tell if there's slowdown or if it's the N64 sometimes. Oh, I missed the boost. Oh, I skidded out. It's nice playing it with the triggers though. Usually it was like A to go and B to fire or something, B to brake, I don't know. I thought I'd try the fast forward. But yeah, I'm not terribly into N64 emulation. Like, I loved the N64 when I was a kid. There were so many games I played. You can see the games back there, you know. I've still got a lot of my games in boxes. But, you know, going back to the N64 library now, there's so many games that just the frame rates are terrible or they run poorly, and especially games like I love Turok 2 is a really good game. I love Turok. What's he doing? Turok 2 is a really good game, but playing it on the N64 is hard. Like, there's a really good PC port of it now, I think, and it's a good shooter. The guns feel great, the enemies are fun to kill, and so on and so on. But playing it on the N64 is rough. We'll have a look at that next, actually. But testing out this emulator, it did, like when I do these videos, it reminds me how I miss playing certain games. So I was testing out all the, a lot of these games last night. I was, you know, I was going to bed and I thought, I don't want to play like a whole game, what should I do? And I was like, yeah, let's test these N64 games. And then I just wanted to keep playing them. I was having a really good time. I came second. I'm sure other people like me, when you play a racing game, especially when it has a one-player mode, and you come second, you're like, nah, I've got to do that again. I've got to come first. So for the most part, because I put A on trigger, so now I have to press trigger. So for the most part, the widescreen works really nicely in this game. Looks great. Everything looks so good on this device. Let's exit. You can actually put a button to exit, but I'm the type of person that accidentally presses buttons sometimes. I don't want to like... But it is nice actually that you can just resume your progress on the simulator. So if you did accidentally quit out, then it's not actually that bad. Turok 2. This has a custom controller profile I made, like almost twin stick, but like the sensitivity in this game's horrible. Look, there's borders. Why didn't I set this up? Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, so these black borders are quite chunky. So what we're going to do is we're going to exit the game. And then we're going to go to settings, zoom. It's quite large. Oh, no. Oh, I have to turn off default zoom and then this. I reckon it's going to be around 110%. So we'll go with that. Resume. And it's close enough. With some games you probably can't get it to go all the way, but you don't want the top and bottom to crop. If I press the start button now, I think that's decent. Yeah, it fills out really nicely. This game is dark. Can I go through that door? I don't think there's a button to like open doors and stuff. Maybe I gotta go in the water. So yeah, I wouldn't oh, there's a jump button, I forgot. And because of the way I set up the controls, like I have inverse up and down, but there's a way to choose your weapons that are, like if I press these buttons, it will change weapon, but there's a way to set it so that it's a weapon wheel. But because this is inverse, the weapon wheel became inverse. So, weapon wheel. Sorry, that sounded like a lisp. So whenever I pressed up, it would pick weapons down, and it was really frustrating me. So I decided to keep basic weapons. Fast forward up that ladder, too damn slow. But yeah, I don't really like playing FPS games on a controller or a handheld, really. So some people actually complain about the Odin sticks for FPS games, but I just wouldn't play FPS games on here or on or even on a Steam Deck. I just like, I really like FPS games. I'm really good at them. And to me, the let's get out of this game because I'm not going to do anything else. I don't know what I'm doing. To me, the most enjoyment of an FPS game is fast reflexes and performing really, really well. Let's have a look at Smash. I think I have a... Yeah, I played this a little bit. So I'd much rather play a shooter on a mouse or in virtual reality. I love virtual reality. And I might actually do some videos on it in some way. I don't know. I don't really know what I do or how, but I play a lot of virtual reality. I play Population 1 at least once a day, and I meet a lot of really cool people on there, like all the time, and we squad up and just kick ass, and it's really fun. The widescreen's lovely on this, but I'm not actually, I used to play Smash Bros as a kid. I feel like this game's a bit chunky. I really liked Melee, and me and my brother used to play Melee like all the time, getting all the trophies, and you know, back before achievements were a thing, you had really cool trophies to collect. And yeah, after that I just stopped having an interest in Smash. But I did buy Smash for the Switch, and I got really hooked on the one-player mode, so... It just feels so weird playing this. It feels stiff. Oh, that guy's gonna kick my ass. Oh, double. There's too many. Do you have those hard smash attacks in this when you press like a direction and then attack? Ah, you little bitch. Ah, they both killed themselves. Fast forward that shit. Next battle. Fox. Here we go, baby. Here we go. God, I love fast forward buttons. Oh, son of a bitch. Come here. Oh yeah, I remember this level. We used to do a thing where you'd like jump and then grab the edge. It didn't work. Can you do that in this version? You can do smash attacks in this. How do you throw weapons? I don't know how you throw them. This gun sucks. I don't want it. Do I still have it? No. Get out of here. Did it. Alright, that's fun. So we looked at those. We looked at Zelda for a bit and Banjo. Donkey Kong doesn't have a widescreen patch for some reason. I'll just show that for a little bit. I don't know why. I set the widescreen. You know, it's using the same emulator. So the widescreen profile I've made is my default profile, and you know, but for some reason it's just not doing it in this game. And I had to zoom in a little bit as well to stretch the screen just a bit, but unfortunately it seems like if you want to play Donkey Kong 64, you're gonna have to play it at a 4:3 ratio. This music just sounds like Banjo Kazooie. I was playing this and I thought that the SNES Donkey Kong Country games sound better. They just sound better. This is just Banjo Kazooie music. Yeah, I don't think I'd play this again. I think this is one of those games I got for a birthday, and I do have this strange memory of this game. This is the first game I remember have a feeling of vertigo. Like when you like get up really high and then you drop and you fall a massive height, and you know, it gave me butterflies in my stomach. Sticking with a rare theme, let's go over to Conker, which is a game I haven't played it. I played bits of it, but I've never played the entire game. Oh shit! Did I press start from... Do I have a save state? I do. And this run's kind of sluggish as well. I can't say I enjoy playing the N64 games that aren't very smooth. Like sometimes this is like okay smooth. Whoa, that slowdown. Is that N64 or emulator? Like the sound is fine. You see what I mean? I can't tell if it's the game or the emulator. Is this the sexy bee? Is there a sexy bee? Oh, fuck. Jesus. I screwed it up. I'd have to test another graphics plugin to see if it's the N64 or the emulator, but I'd lose the widescreen, and the widescreen's really nice. Whenever you can fill out the screen on this device, it's awesome. I'm not going to play any more of that. What was that going to lead me on to? Lyla Wars looks really good. And I'm hoping what I said at the start about making profiles and making your own controls, it was enough to just get anybody doing this. Yeah, the widescreen's quite nice. And how have I set up the buttons? Wait a minute, that seems off. I'm pressing R and he's going left. I don't like that. So let's do some tweaks to controls right now. So I exit. And so I press the game. I'm going to go over to settings and then controller. And we're on the global default controller, which I've set to be Odin. We're going to make a new controller profile. So I'm going to press new. The profile name, whoops, I keep pressing the wrong thing because I'm looking at the capture. So we're going to call it, I don't know why I call it Odin, because, whoa, I keep pressing stuff. And we're going to call this just Lilat. Oh my god, looking at my finger in the capture to do this is so weird. Okay, don't need an optional, so we called that Odin Lilat. And so it's the R and Z buttons that are turning. So this was Z, and it was turning the wrong way. So I'm going to put Z on L, and then I'm going to put R here. I don't think I need L. I'm going to set every other button the same. So start, A, B, C, and then the analogs, and then finally the fast forward button, which is the paddle on the back, and that should be it. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to set this to Odin Lilat. Okie doke. Back. Resume. And now my R button is going left, and this is going, no, R right, L left. That's nicer. And every other button's the same. Da 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 da. Boom. The C buttons, so what is it? Right stick. Oh, it's left stick for zoom, and then down for slow. I don't like that. So let's change those two. Let's exit. Okay. So what was it? Left stick for zoom and down for... Wait, let me test those again. Yeah, left stick is boost and down is slow down. And then right stick does nothing, and up stick is to change the view. So, we're going to get out of there. going to select the game, go to settings, controller, Odin profile, manage, Lyla, edit, and we're going to set the C-stick left to this button, C-stick down to this button, and then we're going to set C-stick up to maybe L. Let's give that a try, and that's done. Resume. So now I can boost with this button, I can slow down with this button if it'll let me. Hang on, we've got to save Falco. I'm way too far away. I did it this time. And then L button here is to go to cockpit mode. So blah blah, cockpit. Da-da-da, slow, zoom. I don't have to use the stick now at all. Oh, the stick is also set. I should have unmapped. But I'm not going to use it, so it's not a big problem. And that's how you go ahead setting a controller profile. So that works great. Looks great. Looks really good with the widescreen. Where are we? How long have I been recording? Oh, nearly 40 minutes. Sticking on fighting games. Let's have a look at Rogue Squadron. I can't remember if yeah, I made a profile. I can't remember what it was. I'm going to press the fast forward button because this is way too slow. Wait, do I have to watch this again? No, I don't. I did it once. Widescreen's a little bit iffy, but we'll have a look. So I think I set it to this button is alright. R is roll. Left stick slows down. B button fires. Oh, L. No, R changes firing type. A zooms. That fires a bomb. That goes into speedy mode. I don't think I'm using the stick at all. Oh no, just for changing the view. Oh god, that's really zoomed in. Oh, that reminds me. So, there seems to be another big update for 8th SX2 coming soon. Actually, I don't know how soon, but it's currently private. But whenever it's available for testing, I'm going to test it, because apparently some games are going to get some big performance boosts. I don't know which games, but that's exciting. And there's also recently an update for Citra MMJ. Said it fixed some some bugs, so I don't know what those are. Probably not going to be much, but I need to install that on the Odin. But yeah, as you can see, the widescreen, it is like getting a bit trippy on each side, but if you can ignore it, it's actually not terrible. But it is strange how like some games do this well and some don't. Let's crash the ship. You know it's fun. Goodbye, Luke. Now you don't have to see what Disney did to your franchise. Alright. Top Gear Rally had a really weird problem. I don't know if it's a ROM thing, but every time it like got to a checkpoint, it would freeze and I have to press start to fix it and just play. I wonder if it was a controller profile thing. Is there anything else on here I tested and can have a good look at? Body Harvest is great. I wish I tested that now, but I played that game as a kid. Really fun game. Sort of slightly open world. Kill lots of aliens. I didn't test Castlevania. The way I had the button set up for this was really nice. I don't think I'm using the C stick at all. Oh, so I'm pressing R to lock on. And the left trigger like slides and crouches. And then, oh wow, they just keep coming. And then the R button uses this little sword. I didn't know where to put that. Look at how we go. Gonna spank his little skeleton ass. Come here. You've been bad. Come on. Come here. And then if I lock on and press L, I can... Oh, no. Wait, what's L? Did I set a button? It's B. The B button picks stuff up. This button throws daggers. But I can't show it very well because it keeps throwing in front of him. What did I set L as? Yeah, this feel the controls here feel really nice to play, but now I'm super confused what I set L as. Oh, action view, battle view, normal view. What? Let's go to battle view. Interesting. This is a game I might want to play again, but I might actually realize that it actually does suck, and I would really regret it. But I never played the sequel, Curse of Darkness. Like, I'm a big Castlevania fan, but there's still like a couple I never played. But it's probably because they're bad. Widescreen looks fantastic on this. No problems. Looks awesome. Looks really, really good. Didn't expect to be like spanking skeleton ass on this channel, but you know, it happens. I think if there's one game I don't have on it, I wanted to have a look at, I think it's Beetle Adventure Racing. But I haven't had a look at F-Zero. Goldeneye, gotta have a look at Goldeneye. I actually set up a profile for this. I don't know if Goldeneye is actually really good to play as a twin stick shooter, but I've set it that way. But I don't know if... the way I've set it up is that the N64's left stick is here, and the C buttons are here. So the movement is digital, which is not a problem because it's not very specific on the N64, and the aiming is the stick, which should be a little more specific. But it's weird. Oh yeah, that's changed weapons. But if I press B and then A, oh no, it's A and then B. Oh no, how do you go back weapons? I forgot the technique to press buttons that make you go back through your weapons. Oh, never mind. Why is the door not opening? That's weird. You know, let's quit the level, go to another level. I have to move the right stick now because of the way I've set it up. A level with action straight away, probably like Bunker. Put it on Agent just for... Wait, what? I didn't pick that level. Did I? Oh, so I used some cheats to unlock all these levels. Maybe something screwed up there. It's very confusing. Oh, don't look at that. Stop! Are the doors bugged? What? Why? Alright, this is weird. What the fuck? I can only assume it's because of the cheats. All 64. Let's just turn off all the cheats. Something is wrong. Because I just wanted to have a look at some levels. No, not weak enemies. Okay, so cheats are off. What happens if I resume? Oh, see what I mean? Son of a bitch. I also set it so that, so the R button is here, or it's here. So now I can, like, aim. I kept auto aim on though, because as I said, aiming on N64 is horrible. Widescreen looks awesome, no problems. Oh god, I forgot how fun this game is. And Perfect Dark. But hey, with a Loki, I should be able to emulate Xbox 360 and play the Perfect Dark HD edition, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, and even the, I guess you could put the, because the Goldeneye remake that never got released got leaked. I think? I don't know if that's on an Xbox emulator or what. But if you could play that on a handheld, that'd be sick. I gotta write a note for that. Alright, here's the thing. Alright, I'm gonna put this down. I will forget. I have a whiteboard here. So... Okay, I read it really terribly, but I'm terrible at remembering stuff, so I leave notes. So then I've left myself a reminder now that I should have a look at the Goldeneye remake to play on a portable device, because that would be so fun. I was like, how do I pause this recording? I was like, I can't. I do it in one take. I was like, shit. But yeah, trying to aim with this right stick is really hard. I can do it a little bit, but not smoothly. So many. Hey, take this fucking grenade, assholes. Oh my god, those grenades are so... The explosions in Goldeneye, there's no other game like them. And Perfect Dark. Just rares explosions altogether. Crazy. Did I fail? I think I failed. Yeah, you failed, Bond. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think that might be the end of the video now. We're at 50 minutes. I didn't think this video would actually go as long. I'd love to play Harvest Moon on the N64 because I never have. I played the SNES. I've played a few different Harvest Moons. Apparently, according to the creator of Harvest Moon, this was his original intention, like all along. So I'd love to play that. Even though Stardew Valley probably beats it in every regard. Stardew Valley is incredible. There's tons of N64 games I'd love to check out, but that's already a lot of them, and I hope that's a good window into how you'd use N64 on the Odin Pro. We had a tiny look at RetroArch as well. I don't think I want to make a video on that. I feel like this emulator does it all perfectly. The widescreen's perfect. All the controller profiles makes it so much easier to go from game to game with a custom experience. So twin stick shooting to playing Lyla Wars with boost buttons and stuff without thinking about the C buttons. It's really great, and I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. So yeah, thank you for watching my video on the N64 on the AYN Odin Pro. That'll be fantastic on the light and the bass, so it doesn't really matter that it's the Pro. Give this video a like, subscribe, and I'll do more content soon. Thank you very much, and I'll see you around. That's not a good bye. Bye bye.